Hi and welcome back. In the previous lectures, we defined the concept of visual identity and retail identity, elements that contribute to defining a brand on a graphic, material and formal level, and in terms of space design. We have identified the importance of establishing visual, material and design rules that can contribute at different levels to a correct staging of the brand. The elements described so far represent the foundations of the complex discourse linked to brand identity, a discourse that has become more and more complicated, especially in the contemporary world, expanding the sphere of interest from the tangible to the intangible world, from the physical product to the service, from the real world to the virtual. Today, tangible and intangible corporate aspects represent essential elements of the brand identity, which need to be communicated also through new technologies, and of a system of physical product and intangible services that define the offer of the different brands of the fashion system, but not only. So, before we get into the digital strategies, it is useful to recall what we mean when we talk about products today. As Philip Kotler, professor of international marketing, argues, we can say that products are divided into two macro categories: tangible product, goods, and intangible product, services. With product, we could therefore refer to anything that can be offered to a market for attention, acquisition, use or consumption that might satisfy a want or a need, such as clothing, shoes, accessories, and glasses. Services, instead, are a form of product that consists of activities or benefits offered for sale that are mostly intangible and do not result in an ownership of anything, such as a personal shopper service, delivery service, made-to-measure or customization. We can therefore agree that, at the same time, when we talk about a product, we are talking about a complex system of tangible and intangible elements, a system that takes the form of the combination of goods, services, and, last but not least, experiences. Philip Kotler expressed this concept defining three levels of product: the core product, the actual product, the augmented product. By core product, Kotler does not mean the physical and tangible product, but the benefit that, owning or using a particular product, the product itself can bring to the end customer. The actual product, instead, represents not only the tangible aspects of the product or a family of products, but the physical aspects that define the brand identity. Finally, the augmented product consists of all those services that add value to the main benefit, to the visual and physical aspect of a specific product or a particular brand. The first two levels, defined by Kotler, core and actual product, may correspond to what we presented in the previous lecture in terms of brand identity. The third level, the augmented product, corresponds to the set of services related to the promotion, marketing, pre- and after-sales service activities. These services have been implemented using online communication and sales tools, such as the institutional website, e-commerce channel, apps, social media channels. The digital channels make people discover a new rate of exchange of information and new ways of sharing knowledge. Thanks to new technologies, users assume a new role, from user to stakeholder involved in the generation of information. Until a few decades ago, the dialogue between company and final user was a one-way dialogue, from product to user. Today, thanks to the multiple options offered by the online dimension, the path has changed. As a consequence, a closer dialogue is created between companies and consumer. In this process, the consumer contributes to the definition of a more effective product and service strategy. In fact, Internet is today the primary source of information for buying a product or a service. In this way, the digital presence becomes a key factor to complete the brand experience of the final customer. An experience that should be built consistently with the visual identity and retail experience in order to generate new leads, expand the markets, create loyal customers, offer a better service, reinforce the brand identity, increase visibility. Online experience should therefore be considered not as a separate channel, but as an integrated communication, promotion, and sales tool. The digital becomes an invisible activator that can give shape to products, services, and experiences, which incorporate tangible and intangible aspects of the brand. From this point of view, it is essential to design a correct and effective digital experience, following the same rules and the same look and feel defined for the graphic language, the retail experience, and the design of the services. The digital becomes therefore a fundamental tool to staging the brand using a graphic design consistent with the visual identity of the brand, defining content that can stage the essential element of brand identity, such as heritage, the research and innovation of processes or material, or the quality of product and services. Celebrate a product or a collection with videos or photo shooting. Offer high-quality services providing online assistance related to all activities linked to product knowledge, purchase, shipping and return, customization, only to mention the most relevant. Create or increase the perception of membership through targeted digital communication and customer care activities. Guarantee efficiency and availability without limits of place, everywhere, and time, every time. To sum up, during this lesson we have introduced, firstly, the concept of product and service. Then, the importance of implementing a strategy that can bring together tangible products and tools with intangible products and services. Lastly, the importance of creating a stronger brand identity, not only using graphic elements, space, and product design, but also using intangible services and tools such as institutional websites, e-commerce channels, apps, and social media.